match in this best of 3 series. It's a tournament matchup, a lot on the line here. Both of these players, you know, boiling it down to just one game. Winner takes all. Liquid.Ret here, the blue Zerg player, spawning at the bottom left position of Tal'Darim Altar. The player spawning to the top right, very far away from his opponent, we have Hoso San, formerly known as San Zenith. I've told you guys quite a bit about both of these players in my past 2 casts. Of course, Game 1 and Game 2, obviously. And as such, I kind of want to talk a little bit more about the map, as San putting his initial pylon down just at the choke point of his natural expansion. This particular map, Tal'Darim Altar, way wide open. 4 Xel'Naga watchtowers in the middle of the map. It is, of course, a 4-player map. And San Zenith is could very well want to secure a natural base quite quickly here. It is actually very easy to secure your natural. I mean, you have to defend this choke point here, and then you actually have a 3rd base as well behind these, under these destructible rocks up here. So it's not that difficult to secure a 3rd either, but there is this large ramp in this area right here, so you need to keep an eye on that for sure as well. Your main is quite large, and there is actually this low ground area over here, which also, you know, could be a potential 4th base as well. Tal'Darim Altar, huge map introduced by the GSL and GOM TV in response to lots of complaints that especially Zerg players were having with the old map pool. I mean, if you compare the rush distance and size of this map to one of the old maps, like Steppes of War, it's just an astronomical difference, and this is definitely geared more towards Zerg players. Not to say for a split second that it is imbalanced, however. Anyways, hatchery going down. The hatchery, which went down first, actually? The hatchery. It was a hatchery first build, and it doesn't surprise me because, of course, this is a monstrously large map. The previous 2 matches, apparently Ret wasn't comfortable enough to... Oh man, it's a cannon rush. This is no good. But yeah, Ret wasn't comfortable enough to go hatchery first on Metalopolis or our first map either. This is looking to be bad news. Okay, we got a cannon rush here. Of course, this forge been up for a little while in narrowing down that choke point. The first cannon that went up on the low ground, of course, is going to be able to provide these 2 cannons cover fire. And, oh man, Ret is just in a brutal position. Oh, this cannon doesn't want to be targeting the Overlord, though. The Overlord's going to escape. Oh, if he can kill the Overlord, that'll be worth it. Ooh, he gets it. He gets the Overlord, and all of a sudden, Ret is in so much trouble here. Spinecrawler's still 23 seconds out. 1 cannon gets taken out. 2 probes continuing to build cannons. It's nice to have a backup probe, I suppose. We have 4 Ling counterattack heading all the way across the map. We have another cannon going up at the choke, but I don't think it'll be up fast enough. We do have a spine. Spine's very strong against cannons, but not when it's 2 against 1, although one of the cannons is focusing down the hatchery. Yeah, this is looking really... Oh, he walls it off! All of a sudden, Ret is just in an absolutely dire position. I can't imagine what he's going to do from here. I mean, if you're getting cannon rushed and you lose your natural hatchery, that is basically GG. If San wasn't able to wall off right here in time, and these 4 Lings managed to get into San's main, that maybe could have turned the tables just a little bit. But as it stands right now, Ret is in a really bad position, although he does have a slight supply lead by about 4 supply. Natural expansion going up for San. Very well defended. It's going to be quite a while before the Zerg can break this wall off here. Cybernetics core going down as well. I'm really wondering what actually is going to happen here. The Zerg player has more resources and slightly... Well, the income tab is actually very close, although the Zerg player is getting twice as much gas as the Protoss player is. This Nexus now nearly complete. More photon cannons going down. We're going to have 3 photon cannons covering this wall off, and they are, well, they're covered by 2 pylons. And these cannons are just idling down here. Lair tech is nearly complete. Well, actually, I was looking at the top bar. Lair tech halfway complete. One queen out already. Going to continue the injections, and here we go. This is what you have to do. This is a good play, I would say. Liquid.Ret putting down an anonymous 6 o'clock expansion. It's very unlikely that Son is going to scout this really anytime soon at all. And this is the type of risk you need to take if you want to get back in the game. If you fall behind, you got to take a risk to try to claw your way back into it, and that's really what we're seeing from Ret here. Roach Warren nearly complete. Nidus Network. This could turn out to be such an exciting matchup. I'm really wondering and hoping for Ret's sake, but the problem is he's got this Nidus Network half complete, but the only Overlord that could do some spotting is about to get, well, it didn't get taken out. It's lucky enough to live with 10 hit points, but I mean the Stalker is very well aware of it, and Overlord speed is just not going to come up anytime soon. It doesn't look like Ret wants to invest in that at all. So I'm wondering, let's see, we'll keep an eye on the production tab for the Nidus Worm. He's building 8 roaches, and where is he going to want to put this Nidus? I'm wondering what he actually... Okay, so the Nidus Worm going up over here. One Stalker heading into the Zerg base, and okay, Ret sees it. He's going to want to move those queens so that he can... oh, is the Stalker going to spot it? Yeah, the Stalker has spotted the Nidus Network. So, let's see what happens here. One queen in the Nidus as well. Waltzing very slowly to the front door. Now, what's he going to do? How is this going to work? What is going to happen here? It's just not enough. It's just not enough. And, I mean, with this kind of crazy wall off and this many cannons, yeah, it just wasn't going to work. Maybe if Ret had had an Overlord in position to sneak a Nidus somewhere in the main base of Son, but Son also had excellent pylon spread in his main so that he could spot any Nidus worms going down as well. A very effective cannon rush. Not a lot else to say about it. Son really picked his spot. He picked it well, and he pulled it off. And unfortunately, it doesn't look like Ret's going much further in this Stars War tournament. So that was a pretty sick series. I really like the strategies that these guys used. Some unique play, some cheesy play, but nonetheless entertaining games for sure. So I certainly enjoyed this best of 3. Maybe I'll look for some more pro Korean best of 3s or tournament matchups to cast for you guys. Let me know what you guys thought about this match. Stay tuned for more. I've got some exciting announcements coming in the next week or so. Really excited to share with you guys what's upcoming next weekend and whatnot. So stay tuned for those. If you enjoy these videos and my commentary, definitely subscribe. Click that button right above this video. And if you want to keep up to date as well, you can follow me on Twitter.